I am the Judas Resurrection.
Look at that. There it is. The kid pointed out to me today about this image, and he said, hey, it was just its birthday. I said, what? And I'll tell you, I have this pencil sketch drawing of myself because Jimmy Ho, who got his Bachelor in Fine Arts, graduated by doing a painting of me for his final project. He had an external teacher. It was a Chinese woman, and he would go to her and she would teach him, and she wanted a model friend to come someday so he could draw someone. And we showed up, and he said she doesn't speak much English, and she opened the door and she looked at me and she said to him something in Chinese, and I'm just standing there not knowing anything. And he looked at me, he said, dude, she says, you're more perfect than even Apollo himself. And I was like, oh, well, you know, that's awfully nice to say. But everybody knows it. I didn't say that. But she took him in. He was supposed to draw an image of me. And she decided she was going to draw one too. So she set up her chair there with her easel and her board and whatever. And she drew the whole time, and I just sat there. And at the end of it, she signed it and gave it to me. And afterwards, Jimmy had said, wow, she doesn't normally sign things. You know, like it's a big deal, like it makes it worth something. She gave of herself to it, and then she gave it to me. And you look at it, and the hands, they look weird. But when I've put my hands together and looked at them again and then again, that's the way they look. It's a perfect rendition of my hands. And look, Jimmy's, when it was all over, his image of me looked very stern and aggressive, and I was just sitting there. But her image of me really grabbed on to the female aspect of it, in a sense. There's more of a look of my mother, but it's also what he saw as an aggression at the world, she saw as kind of a sadness, a thoughtful character. And then she signed it, and there she is, Xiao Xiu Huan. And it was March 4th of 2000 that she did that and gave it to me. And that's 26 years old, 3 days ago. Today's the 7th, 2026. And there it is. And in the process, somewhere along the way, I looked her up. And I found out that from some YouTube or Google search, she was back in China, and she got taken prisoner and was tortured, and it described the ways, and it was awful. I won't repeat them. But I talked to Jimmy, he says she's fine. So I don't know the truth. But there I am. And this is her work. It's the floral landscapes of Zhao Xiu Huan. And she does this stuff. I made a little display of it. I've been keeping this thing careful for years and years and years, and finally decided it's time to get it framed and taken out of a roll in the garage. So we'll look at this. Oh, there it is. This is hers. It's called Rainy Feelings. And James Cahill talks about her. He's somebody, I guess, but talks about original work and it's beautiful. There's a hamburger. I'll eat that later. This is another one of hers. Summer scent. Can't see it, the colors are off, but they say nice things. Zhao layers colors to produce rich opaque hues, and sometimes she outlines in gold. That must be what Jimmy Ho was learning from her, was her craft. And there's something, this one's called Winter Mists. Look at that work. This secret lotus garden right there. What's going on in there? It seems like some of them are trying to get the hell out. They must have left the cell unlocked. And there she is. That's Zhao Xiu Huan. It's proper pronunciation. But this is her work. This is the person that, well, she makes real things in the world. She sees beauty, and then she sees me, more perfect than Apollo himself. I love you, Xiao Xiu Huan. I helped her. I made a tape of English for her to pass her citizenship stuff. When it came time, I read lines in English, and I hope she did her test in my accent. Xiao Xiu Huan.